All right, grade 11s, let's start again with question 3.3. Sorry about yesterday. All right, in 3.3 they gave me negative root 5 times the sine of theta is equal to 1, and the tan of theta must be greater than 0. And they usually would say without using a calculator or with the aid of a sketch. Okay, waka was. All right, so the first thing we've always got to do is we've got to remember that sine, cos, and tan are ratios. And what are ratios? Ratios are fractions. So we're going to rewrite that into a fraction. Now that gives me a whole lot of information. Number one, it tells me it's the opposite over the hypotenuse side, okay, or the y over the r side. It also tells me it's negative, so it's in two particular quotes. So always with that, they will give me some sort of a restriction, because I can't be working in two quadrants. So what I usually do is I draw myself a little quadrant. It doesn't have to be a perfect little thing. And I say, right, where is sine going to be negative? In third and fourth. Okay. Where is tan going to be positive? In first and third. So where do these overlap? In the third quadrant. So remember, this here is going to give you your restriction, okay, to allow you to do that. Right, now that you've got that, now you can go and draw yourself your triangle in the third quad. Okay, now the third quad is a tricky quad, because if you notice, your x's are negative and your y's are negative. Okay, and we've got to be very careful of that. All right, third quad, just NB your signs. Okay, so we had a little x there and we had a little y there. So here's theta. All right, so sine we know is going to be opposite over hypotenuse. So we know it's going to be 1 over root 5. Okay, the hypotenuse may never be negative, but we know that that's going to the negative side. Okay, now, by Pythagoras, okay, all right, by Pythagoras, and you can either do this, or if you can do it in your head, that's even better. But by Pythagoras, we know that our x value here is going to be plus or minus 2, but we're therefore going to choose negative 2. Okay, because my x values are negative. Now the question says to me, find the answer of the cos of theta minus the sine of theta. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back up and I'm going to say, right, cos of theta is equal to x over y, x over r, sorry, and the sine of theta is going to be y over r. So I'm going to get negative 2 over root 5 plus 1 over root 5. And if I put that together, I'm going to get negative 1 over root 5. Okay. All right, so that was question 3.3. Question 3.4. They say to me that the a times the sine of theta plus 2 is equal to 1. Okay. They also tell me that a times the cos of the same angle theta is equal to 3. And they tell me that a is greater than 0. And they give me a further restriction, okay, and that theta must lie between 0 and 360 degrees. Okay, don't hassle, it's a whole lot of information. What do we know? When we're dealing with trig, we want to put things into trig ratios. So let's rewrite this as a trig ratio. We want to isolate for sine. So if I take the 2 across, I'm going to get negative 1. If I divide through, I'm going to get negative 1 over a. Boom, it says a cos ratio. Here, cos of theta is going to be equal to 3 over a. All right. Now, again, I've got to find a quadrant in which sine is negative and cos is positive. So I'm just quickly going to do a little thing here. Right, sine is negative in third and fourth. Cos is positive in first and fourth. So therefore I know I'm going to draw this into the fourth quadrant. Okay. Right. So if I draw this into the fourth quadrant, there's my x, there's my y. Draw my little right angle triangle. Okay. And there's theta. All right. What do I know? I know that the sine of theta is equal to -1 over a. I know the cos of theta is 3 over a. I have two sides in a right angle triangle. If I've got two sides in a right angle triangle, surely I can get the hypotenuse by using Pythagoras. So therefore 3 squared plus -1 squared must equal to a squared. As soon as I use him, I acknowledge him in full. Otherwise he turns in his grave. And if I do that, I will get 10 is equal to a squared. And a could be plus or minus the square root of 10. But remember, they said to us up here that a has to be positive. It's also an hypotenuse, and our hypotenuse is never negative. Okay. All right. That was question 3.4. Okay. All right, let's finish that video and then I'll go on to the next.